Hello? 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 Oh, let's get this shit down. My God. What has happened to this club? Oh no! Oh please! Oh please! I'm begging you to fucking kick this year off with a bang. I'm begging you, for the love of Christ. It's a new year. It's a new day, and hopefully it's a new Chelsea reborn, but kind of the same as it was prior to the game against Fulham, and just before it all started going downhill. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Welcome. I've obviously, I missed the last game. I was away seeing family or the missus' family, but family all the same. You miss some games, I've done well. I genuinely think I've missed maybe 3 or 4 games in the last 5 seasons. I think one of them was against Leipzig, which was for the missus' mum's birthday a couple of years ago in the Champions League. I missed Noah. I've missed Ipswich. And I think I missed another one. But, hey, listen, 4 games missed in 5 years. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I can assure you, unless something wild happens, this is it now for the remainder of the season, and of course the Club World Cup. Club World Cup brings obviously a brand new sort of bit of content to the channel. It is going to be interesting to see what happens with that. It's going crazy in America. All the stuff that's going on. So whilst I did want to go to to America for potentially to go to some of the games, I don't know if I can be asked. It's all kind of going a bit crazy. Plane crashes and Teslas blowing up and all sorts. It's a bit wild at the moment. So I might have to put that on hold. I can't say I want to get involved in all that myself personally. I've lived there, I've done it all, but I'm in no rush to go back. I've got it calm here, you know what I mean? So if I need to watch it on telly, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? So there is not vodka in this, I can assure you. However, we're on the tinnies today. I've promised myself that this is the last game this season, and the odd big ones, the odd big games here and there. But I'm not back to work yet, so I'm still being a degenerate and drinking pretty much every day. And Lord knows that the drinks are needed for Chelsea these days to get you through the games. I haven't needed to drink much for Chelsea games this season, but we're at that stage now where we all become a little bit alcoholic. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's, when the tinnies come out, it tends to be a bit of a rowdy one. So, brace yourselves. Do you know what? I'm going to disappoint a lot of you. I couldn't give a bollocks about the darts. And that's not for me. That's not me saying I don't think it's fun or I don't find it entertaining. For me, it's the same sort of situation. I think if I was to watch it and actually get into it, I'm sure I'd like it. But it sounds like it's on every single night, and I cannot be arsed. Sorry, but it's just the way it is. It sounds like a lot of work. And I know that's me being lazy, but I am what I am. So with that said, he got it, didn't he? He got it. It was always going to happen. Oh, all right. It's Tiffy time, though, at the same time. It's nerve interested me Luke, it's like you not liking WWE. You should like the darts. You like getting absolutely rat-faced. I'll have you know, I was completely sober on New Year's Eve. It was a completely dry New Year. And I waking up on New Year's Day completely sober was a weird one, I must say. It's a bit of a strange one. But I feel better for it. I say as I'm drinking some beers. There won't be mainstream darts for a few weeks now. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's get into things. We let's get the lineup up. Yeah, the lineup up. Rudy, as you said, what's my opinion? I like it. I'm a bit, you know, I'm a little bit with the whole Achimpong as a centre back. Something makes me believe we're not playing a back four. Excuse me. Something makes me think that we're not playing this as a back four. It seems a little bit, I don't know. I just can't. Can he? Is he like? He's so well known as a right back. To then just bung him in as a centre back in his first Premier League start for the club is crazy business. It's just crazy stuff. It just seems like a lot of pressure, you know, especially when Chelsea are being a bit under the weather, a little bit lackluster as of late. I just think that's a lot of pressure for him, you know? He's got to be right centre-back in a back three. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think, yeah, Palmer needs to step up as well. I'm sick of Palmer not really doing much over the last couple of games. Not for 1 second putting the ball, you know, putting the blame on Palmer for any of our lack of performances, but he is what he is, and he is the star boy of the club, and he hasn't been star boying much as of late. We can't be relying on him solely, but I'm going to need you to pull a rabbit out the hat from time to time. Like, it seems like it's been a few games since we've seen Palmer do something outrageous. And I know that's literally like 3 games ago. But I'm going to need you to pull the rabbit out the hat and pull us out of the mud and be that guy, you know. There's loads of mods in this chat. Are there? I think you'll there really are. No, I think you'll find that the people that are mods are just the ones that talk the most, to be honest with you. So a lot of people that lurk in the background, but that's all right. We still do have the Sassy on the bench, Tosin as well, Vega, James. Lord knows if the defense lets us down again today, a lot of people will be saying, why the fuck did we put the pressure on an 18-year-old or however old Achimpong is and force him in when we've got two centre-backs, 3 centre-backs on the bench? Vega can obviously play as a centre-back, but I'm waiting for the excuses. I'm waiting for the blame game once again. But truth be told, I watched the Ipswich game live. I had it on the telly. And the Mrs. family got to see me lose my temper and see me have an absolute breakdown. They said they thought that because the Mrs. has a brother and he's a United fan. So we had the United Newcastle game on at the same time as the Chelsea Ipswich game. And her mum was saying that, you know, they all thought that so-and-so was passionate, was rowdy, was quite, you know, loud when football's on. And then I came in. It's like a completely different ball game. There was a shot. I think it might have been Palmer, but I can't remember who it was. And they just blazed it over the bar, and I just went twat. And she was in the other room, the mother-in-law, and there. It was seen as entertaining rather than like, what the fuck have you done? You know, who is this guy? Needless to say, it was a quiet New Year's. No, it was all right. I calmed down quite quickly because, you know, there's no point letting it ruin the night when you're with family. But if I was on my own, if I was doing this. I feel like we missed a generational breakdown, you know, an absolute, like it probably would have been one of the biggest breakdowns, at least this season, which wouldn't have been difficult because we've not played that badly this season. But it would have been the penalty shout alone, or not the shout, but the penalty that they got alone would have caused, I think I would have, Rufus's fucking thing would have been broken off the wall or something. Do you know what I mean? I think it would have been a generational breakdown on this channel. One of the big breakdowns of this channel's history. But sadly, it wasn't to be. Rudy's saying, Harry, serious question: have we been found out? I believe. Rufus is doing great, by the way. He's had a fantastic New year. He's been spoilt. The brother-in-law's got 2 dogs, 2 absolutely massive dogs, but really nice ones at the same time, like sort of husky things. So Rufus has been annoying the fuck out of them for the past for the past like 5-6 days. So. Little cousin sort of thing where he's just always getting on their tits. But no, he's great. He's doing fantastic. I do believe that since the Everton game, and they're like 8 and 9 years old, and bearing in mind he's only 9 months, it was like the really annoying little brother sort of thing. Which being a little brother, I know what it, you know, it was exactly what that was. He's been well fed. We went to the park this morning. There was like a marathon going on in the park, so he got to see loads of people running about. He met a few dogs today. Got to chase the ball. It was in a place that I used to play football on, Sunday League, and I can confirm he scored a goal today. He put the ball in the back of the net. Fantastic stuff. So we're off to the races. We've had a good day so far. You know, let's just hope that we can bounce back. Palace. Obviously, we did end a fantastic run of games against Crystal Palace, and they managed to get a draw against us not that long ago. To be completely honest with you, I think it was more or less a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. Not that long ago. Not that long ago. Did you reminisce the old days of Thunder cunting other players with him? Yeah. I scored. It wasn't like my home ground where we went today, but I have scored a couple of times in that park. So I was reminiscing the good old days. Years and years have gone. But yeah, I think Palace, are they on a good run at the moment? I was going to do a preview yesterday, but then I thought I'm still on like holiday. I know I should, but I just couldn't be arsed. And with Chelsea playing the dog shit football that we are at the moment, I just couldn't be arsed. And so from the next game, we'll do a match review after this game. And we'll be back to normal from Monday. Someone asked, is there Xbox streams coming back soon, anytime soon? They will be. Hopefully from next week, we will be back completely full swing, back to normal. And deadline day stream again. We could do. It depends if we are actually doing anything. But if we're not doing anything, then there's absolutely no point, I don't think. But we had a pretty good deadline day stream. The most recent one, Billy Gilmore and all that sort of stuff. So we'll see. I'm up for it. Premier League wise, at home, Crystal Palace have won just two games in the last 10 at home in the Premier League. With their most recent game, the 29th of December, a 2-1 win against bottom of the league, Southampton. So they've got 1 win in the last 5, 2 losses, 2 draws. One of those draws against City, one of those losses, a 5-1 loss to Arsenal. So it's hard to tell how good they actually fare. Away from home is actually our strong suit, but you wouldn't believe it over the last 2 games. A draw to Everton and a loss to Ipswich Town, which now looking at it in hindsight was just the most predictable result you will see. It was the most predictable Chelsea disaster class that you will see. I tweeted out, I think, some of you would have seen, at Harry CFXI, for those of you that want to follow. Where was it? It was this. So a VAR decision where Chelsea have been, on the back end. It shouldn't have been a penalty. Check. Former player scores against us. Amari Hutchinson scores against us in a game against all the odds. Check. The opposition goalkeeper, who isn't even the first choice goalkeeper for Ipswich Town, has a blinder. Check. And just losing against just like the most... I think that was their first home win in the Premier League since they've been promoted. It was so utterly predictable, it's ridiculous. Now, in a game like this, if it was just the Ipswich game, you would think, it shouldn't even be a toss of the coin. I would come into this thinking it's Palace. We always beat Palace. We only drew against Palace because of some bollock. Like the Eze goal shouldn't have. It was a good goal. Don't get me wrong, but it was so avoidable. It was such an avoidable goal, and I'm fairly sure something else happened in that game where we should have won, but we didn't. And you can't fucking cry about it. Do you know what I'm saying? So in this one, if we'd only drawn to Everton and lost to Ipswich, I'd kind of be like, I think we'll still win this. But I'm unsure. Selhurst will be absolutely bustling. It will be absolutely rowdy in there. They will know that they stand a chance more. They have more of a chance of finally winning against Chelsea in the first time in fucking 10 years than ever in that stretch of time, because Chelsea, for the first time this season, are coming up in a bit of a rut, and it's coming at one of the worst times possible, because whilst we were making the most of teams underperforming around us, those teams are now performing. Not necessarily Manchester City, but of course Forest are still doing well. Arsenal somehow are now 4 points ahead of us, even though we were 3 points ahead of them not that long ago. Newcastle, they're just, I think they're level on points now, actually. Newcastle, they're level on points with us, with the game played more. City, they're just 4 points behind. So if we continue to fuck it up the wall, for lack of a better term, then we're going to be made to pay, So we absolutely, it's not a must win. We were never in the title race. People will argue that, wow, you've bottled it already. What, in fucking January? We bottled the league in January, have we? We've been saying since day one, whether you want to see it as a joke or not, no one, not a single Chelsea fan genuinely believed that we were in the in the Premier League race. It is a toss-up between Liverpool, Arsenal, and maybe out of the depths, City might be able to bring something back. But Lord knows that ain't happening. I think Forest might hold up a bit of a fight, but I could see us coming third. I honestly think that it really is a great season if we can finish thirds, not too far off of seconds. But very much in the top 4, then we've had a very, very successful season. And then next season, we go into it with the hopes of maybe challenging for the league. First Saturday, 3 p.m. in Yonks. I can't remember the last time. Hi, Harry, missed you last game week. I was away with family for New Year's, so I wasn't able to do the game. But I am back now. I am back for the rest of the season and beyond. Until the next sort of family thing comes up. But it was a great night, It was a great week away. I'm rested. I'm ready to get into this and lose my temper with a couple of tinnies. I have got 8 tinnies. I might have overstocked just a little bit, but you never know. You never know with Chelsea just how bad it can get. It could be a bit of a messy one today, boys and girls. So brace yourselves. We have got a minute to go, and I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, ready to go myself. Unfortunately, I will obviously have to close the chat whilst I close absolutely everything else from this past week's shenanigans. But we're underway. I don't want any spoilers. I'm not live on TikTok today because I'm at risk of losing my account if someone reports me for something that I didn't actually do. What do you mean? Shit. Bear with me. Timer. I haven't fucking got the game yet. Top 4. Yeah. It does seem like more teams are now playing well now, so it's a bit of a challenging time for us to be actually a bit shit. And I am slightly worried that we have been found out, you know? I'm slightly concerned. That we have been found out. The Everton game, I think, really was quite apparent that we had been sort of found out. But you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens, I suppose. I'm going to have to cover the chat because I don't want to risk seeing anything I shouldn't see. I'm just trying to get it up. There we go. All right, let me get the timer up. We have got the game now on the radio. So we are listening live. 1 minute and 30 seconds gone. And we're good to go. Where's the stream gone? There it is. I'm listening on the radio. I am indeed. Here is Colwill. Plays it down the left-hand side to Kukureya. Colwill again. The low block seems to, as it has done over the last few years, caused real issues for Chelsea over the last few games. We seem to deal with it well over the first 15 games. Well, how many games that we played before the Everton game? The Everton game, it seemed as though we had been found out completely and utterly. Sort of sussed. Can we overcome this? Does Enzo Maresca have the minerals to come up with a different game plan? Will Josh Achimpong have a blinder today? All these questions will be answered by the full-time whistle as Pedro Neto blazes it. And it's a great chance. Lands to Jaden Sancho, volleys it first time, and over the bar it goes. 3 minutes played at Selhurst Park, and Chelsea with the first real chance, I would say. Selhurst Park, always a stadium that you're not really going to want to play at as a player, atmosphere-wise. Obviously, the Ipswich game, the fans were up for it. Everton game, the fans were up for it. Fulham game, the fans were up for it. So if the fans are up for it today here at Smellhurst, who knows? They too might win this game for Palace, and it would be their first win against Chelsea in the Premier League or any capacity since about 2017. I was there for the last time that Crystal Palace beat Chelsea in any competition. That was Roy Hodgson's first game in charge. Goals from, I think Bakayoko scored for us, but Azpilicueta scored an own goal. And then I think it was Wilfried Zaha got the winner in that game. I was sat in the Palace end. I got a ticket. And I was sat with me Palace mate, and I had to be so quiet because I was not happy. I was not happy at all. It was a strange one. Looking forward to the first C-bomb of the year. That would be. Corner ball for Chelsea. 5 minutes played, more or less. Enzo Fernandez in this glorious white kit. One of our best kits we've had in so long. Crossed in, near post, headed away. And it will be a goal kick. No, it's going to be another corner ball. The crisp flavour of San Miguel. If we can get this channel sponsored by San Miguel one day. Brewdog, you had your chance. You had your chance, but this is a San Miguel channel. Another corner for Chelsea. Cole Palmer to take this one. Ball comes in. It's not the best. Headed away. And Eze could be away. Good defending there. On the halfway line. First 5 minutes. And it seems like a bit of another challenge. Can't really determine after the first 5 minutes, but we've had a couple of chances so far. That's going to be a free kick against Palmer. God knows we need Palmer. You are at least a minute behind. I don't know what you want me to do. Do you want me to run and fucking go to the game? And I can do a watch along from the stands or outside the game? There isn't much I can do, mate. Here's Pedro Neto. Enzo Fernandez finds Sancho. Cucurella crossed in. Palmer's there. Cleared away. Great ball. Mateta fouls Colwill. Play continues. I think you'll find because it's a 3 p.m. kickoff, most people are behind. Cucurella. Colwill. 50 likes on the stream. It's Ends o'clock. I think that is the first Ends o'clock of the season, of the year, sorry. Please do keep liking the stream. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel, of which there will be plenty, of course, over the coming year. 2025 is my 30th year in existence. So, well, I mean, up until October anyway. Here's Pedro Neto. But I'm hoping to achieve quite a lot this season, or this year. Club World Cup means that we have got plenty of Chelsea content coming up over the summer as well. So you won't be not seeing me. Maybe for a couple of weeks I might disappear, but for the most part, you've got me from here until the World Cup, pretty much. Not the Club World Cup, but the World Cup 2026. Big goals for this year? I don't really know. 10K took so long to get to. I don't know. We'll play the subscriber thing by ear, but I think the thing is, like, with the pitch side stuff, I could never have, like, going on once is one thing, but going on twice in the space of like 3 weeks as well, I couldn't have ever imagined going on there in the first place with the position I was in. Here's Palmer, plays in Jackson. It's a great first touch. Can he get the shot off? He can't. Comes out to Neto. Can he get the cross off? He can't. All comes to nothing. It's Palmer. Looks to close down the counter-attack. But yeah, the pitch side thing came at such a rapid sort of pace, out of absolutely nowhere. And if anything, views and all that sort of stuff were at an all-time low for me at the time. Like, it really wasn't doing great. So I couldn't have really predicted that sort of thing to happen. Here's Jaden Sancho. Enzo Fernandez. So it's hard to predict anything that can happen in this year. Because if that can happen, then anything can happen this year. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Cooking stream? 30, man. What a fossil. Hey, I feel it. I feel it. Will there be an 11-hour stream when the day comes? I'll try and figure out how to time to do the 10K stream. I will definitely do it. Just got to keep your eyes peeled. And I'll try and do the cooking stream at some point. We're just not getting any luck here at the moment. All the tackles we make are fouls. And the referee bald as well. He's biting it every single time. But subscriber goal wise, not this year, but in general, the next goal is like 20K. Or 25. I think I said 25 to be fair. 15K is not a big milestone. I mean, it is a milestone, but it's not a big one. 25K is really the next big one. So it's not something I'm too, like, I need to get there as soon as possible. If it happens, it happens. But yeah, want to post a lot more videos this year. Palace dealing well so far with the pressure. We've had a couple of attacks where you think this could be a goal, but Jackson, it's a great tackle there from their defender. Not much more Jackson could have done there, I don't think. Here's Colwell. Achimpong looks comfortable so far. Looks like he belongs. Ball played over the top. Cucurella clears it away for a throw in. First 10 minutes, hard to tell really which direction this is going to be. The YouTube algorithm is unpredictable. He's been killing me lately. The algorithm's been killing you lately. Here's Jackson. Good to see you in the chat though, mate. Palace on the attack. It's Eze. We know he can shoot from distance. Deflection. Gusto picks it up. Finds Palmer. The counter-attack is well and truly on here. If Palmer can get the pass off to Enzo sooner, that would be great. Palmer again. Sancho in space. Throw to 1 million. I'd like to know how long, does it say on Social Blade how long it thinks it'll take me to get to 1 million? Subscriber milestone. Well, it seems to think, oh, I will hit 150,000 subscribers on the 20th of September 2029. So 4 years, 150,000? Seems rather low, but also really quite high, considering. Here's Jaden Sancho. Beats his man. Great pass. Palmer should have shot first time. He doesn't, but he gets the ball in the back of the net. Regardless, it is Cole Palmer with the goal. It ends the clock. It ends the clock. Puts it away beautifully. Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0. Crisis, what crisis, eh? Eh? We're back, baby. Come on. Well, whether we're shit, whether we're goods, come rain or shine, we score against Palace. It might not end 1-0. It might not end with a Chelsea win, but you can bet your bottom bippy we do know how to score against Crystal Palace. Come rain, come shine. Chelsea, we bagged the goals against the Eagles. It's Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0 at Smellhurst. I thought Palmer had done it completely wrong there. Taking a touch, I would have really backed him to score with a first-time shot. But, yeah, what do I know, eh? Fuck me. We're actually in the lead. We've scored a goal. And, of course, it is Cole Palmer. He's done it again. God, I haven't done a good he's done it again in ages. That was peak Graham Potter, that was. That was peak Graham Potter, the he's done it again. Cole Palmer FC, he's done it. Let get in. You love to see a bit of Cole Palmer FC. Just give some horrendous Rory Jennings takes and viewers go up. Well, I like to think I have a little something called, what's the word? It would help if I knew the word. But, what is it? I have alcoholism. Integrity, that's the one. Integrity. I like to believe this channel is a channel of integrity, and I will take a lack of views over following integrity and not going for clickbait as much as possible. Obviously, there's certain things that you can't help but clickbait. But jumping on the old bandwagon, it's just it's a long day, isn't it? It's a long day. And whilst hate is interactivity and, you know, engagement, what is this channel if not for integrity? It's just not who I am, you know? It's just not who I am. Obviously, I was very outspoken during the Poch and the Potter and the Lampard phase, but I always believed we'd start kicking again. And I can say, even through our hard times, I never spoke shit about the club. Whereas some people can't say the same thing, you know? Some people have dragged the club through the mud with their opinions and things that they've been saying. I'm sure I've said some questionable stuff, but, you know, haven't we all? In the heat of the moment. But the point still stands. I've never gone out my way to say something outrageous just for the sake of engagement, which people like Rory and that do. Ref, that's a foul. Yes. Integrity weed. Jackson fouled. It's a decent position. I can't say it's close enough to shoot from, but Cole Palmer, he's already scored one today. Why not have a pop? Nah, it's way too far out. Slick surface? Anyone? Fabregas' magic. He wears magic at. He could have signed for Arsenal, but he said no, fuck that. He passes with his left foot. He crosses with his right. And when we win the league again, we'll sing this song all night. Ah, Fabregas' magic. It is Enzo and Palmer. I think it's going to be Palmer. No, it'll be Enzo. It's Palmer. Shocking one, but it's worked! And Jackson at the back post. I don't quite know how he hasn't scored there. Maybe he didn't expect it to come through, but he's got a full contact shot there. Need to see a replay of that. It's a weird cross. Maybe it was... I tell you what, I think that was all the way through completely intentional. It's a low-driven cross from Palmer, from the edge of the box. Neto flicks it on, and Jackson is completely unmarked at the back post, ready to put it in the back of the net, and he does everything but. What a chance. What a chance. Should be 2-0, if you ask me. If that was the plan all along, then I'd argue we should be 2-0 up. Mateta. Here's Eze. He can shoot from distance. He scored from here before against us. Play continues. He might have been fouled. Oh. Oh, they've been intercepted. What? What? You're kidding me! They've pulled it back for an offside that happened about fucking 10 minutes ago. Palace make a mistake. Neto's ready to just charge their defence. We were absolutely through on goal. Yes, he's offside, but they've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. More so, maybe 20 seconds after he was offside. We then win the ball in transition and they blow for fucking offside. Absolutely ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous that that's been called back. Unbelievable. 200 of you watching at the moment. Please do smash the like button. Let's try and get to 100 likes as soon as possible. That would be absolutely fantastic. We can get a little ends o'clock. 20 minutes played, 22 minutes played to be specific. It's Chelsea's lead. Palace could be knocking though. We should be 2-0 up. If not for Jackson's, Sancho's kept it in unnecessarily there. But we should have easily had another fantastic chance on our hands there if the ref didn't blow up for an offside that wasn't needed. A Chelsea, I suppose he might be Argentinian. Argentina shirt in the Chelsea crowd. Well, like, we know why, but... get the second goal as soon as possible, not to go through the same as Fulham. Well, yeah. I wouldn't even go as far to say that we were like comfortable against Fulham. Do you know what I mean? Like it was never. It just seemed. Is it Enzo's number as well? 24. That seems a weird number, isn't it? Zetti asks, "Am I happy with Jackson as our striker?" I am. I am, but I'm not. I am starting to. Again, this is what I was going back to with in terms of like integrity and like people jumping the gun and like being too reactionary and just going overboard with their opinion on stuff. You can absolutely be one of those fans that are like, yeah, but we said this all along that Jackson wasn't this and he wasn't good enough. And it's, we've been saying he was shit this whole time. The numbers don't lie. For a long time, he was like he scored the most goals in the last calendar year or something. There's a statistic there that Jackson is one of the best strikers in the league over a certain period of time. I think he scored the most goals since the beginning of, I can't remember what it was. I think it was like the beginning of 2024 as a striker anyway. But he's obviously going through a really bad phase at the moment where he's just not prolific whatsoever. And obviously, a lot of people will be like, well, we could have told you this from day one. He's shit. He's not a striker. He wasn't a striker at Villarreal or Valencia, wherever he came from. I think it was Villarreal. And he was a left winger there. Why are we playing as him a striker? And now it comes to the point where I'm starting to be like, do we need someone a bit more prolific? Great play, pass it in, Palmer's there, and he can't put in a foot on the fucking ball. That should have been 2. And that's down to Palmer. I truly believe Palmer should have got a foot on that. Wow. What a chance. What an absolute monumental chance that was. Yeah, he's got the most non-penalties, most non-penalty goals, or most goals without penalties scored since 23-24. And you can't do that whilst being shit. People will have their opinions on him. I think a lot of people, you have to remember as well, like, we were speaking about this a couple of games ago when I was actually defending. Jackson using my favourite player, not just at Chelsea, but of all time. Palmer needs to score that, I'm sorry. Drogba is the perfect example. And I know it seems like, well, we Lukaku, you compare it to Drogba. It was Demba Ba, you compare it to Drogba. When it's fucking Sturridge, you compare it to Drogba. Jackson and Drogba, you can compare because Jackson had a bit of a stinky start, even though he scored the second most amount of goals after coming from a foreign league in a first season. Remarkable. He's now scored more goals than X, Y, and Z's. Remarkable. Here's Palmer, passed by Jackson, finds Sancho. Brilliant pass into Fernandes! Cleared away, corner ball. I think it will click. I still think it will click with Jackson. I really do. People are so quick to fucking be like, we need another striker. We need another striker. And then they forget just how fucking bad we have been with our luck and just in general in front of goal with strikers that we've had since Diego Costa. Our striking force has not been great as our number 9. And now we've actually got a striker who fucking scores for the most part. Obviously, he's going through a bit of a patch at the moment. Crossed in, back post. Acheampong's there at the back post, and he could have got his first goal for the club there. What a chance. What a chance. Oh, my words. Oh my God, he's got so much time. What a chance. But yeah, going back to Drogba is, like Reece says, Drogba wasn't perfect. People actively, there were Chelsea fans who could not stand Drogba because he was flipping and flopping and diving all over the fucking place. And Mateta's got a chance. Sanchez collects. Chelsea under control. But Drogba was a complete diver merchant. Like, he was always flopping on the floor and causing issues and barely scoring goals, and then it just clicked. It just clicked. You know, Mourinho, he saw him, and a lot of people, both in the board and and fans, were like, "Who the fuck is Didier Drogba? Who is this kid?" He wasn't even a kid at that point, was he? He was like 26, 27 when we got him. But the point stands that Drogba, our best striker we've ever had, arguably, had an absolutely horrendous start to his time at Chelsea Football Club. And it's all worked out fine. Absolutely amazing. You know? Scored the most important goal in our history and our most important penalty in our history, amongst other goals as well. Jackson isn't necessarily going to be the prolific goal scorer you want or that we need. But I truly think that we've got a striker that we can count on for years to come. It will click. It takes time. He's proven that he can score goals. He has things to work on, sure. But this whole like pile-on that people seem to have, as soon as he goes through a bit of a patch where he can't score or he's lacking in goals, it's not going to fucking help, is it? People saying how shit he is. It does seem to be more and more now than ever that when a player has a bit of sticky situation or a bit of a stinky patch, that instead of being like, come on, you can do it and all that sort of thing, that people just pile on him and say how shit he is and he's not a striker, he's not good enough. And it's like, you're so fucking entitled. What are you talking about? We've gone from having strikers who cannot score for the fucking life of them in Morata and fucking other donkeys in front of goal like Havertz. And now you've got a guy that can actually put the ball in the back of the net for the most part. He goes through little patches where he struggles. But instead of backing him and cheering him on and giving him a bit of encouragement, you're saying how shit he is. It's so annoying. Fucking entitled cunts, the lot of you. There's the first C word of 2025. And it's aimed at Chelsea fans. Entitled. So entitled. He's done so much in such a short amount of time, and no one's given him any praise. It's so annoying. Manifesting a Jackson double. I fucking am. If Jackson scores today, I'll be happy. I'll be a very happy man. 32 minutes played, more or less, and Chelsea do have this under control so far, I would say. It's a very typical Chelsea Palace game. They have chances to score. They definitely have the possibility to score as Jackson looks to charge down the keeper. And a foul. That's got to be a booking, but Pedro Neto's got away with that one there, I think. Seabon time. Yeah. He's got the mentality, knowing where to be. Morata, Torres, Havertz, etc. didn't have that. No. Timo. All that. It's just Jackson's put pressure on the keeper. There we go. Brilliant closing down by Jackson. Pass the ball. Jackson could be in. He's not. But again, there's the thing that, Jackson puts pressure on. Don't want to sound like an Arsenal fan in the, we put on pressure. If anyone remembers that. Or was that Liverpool? I think it was Arsenal. We put on pressure. But either way, we have had some fucking stinky strikers who, Jackson has already eclipsed in terms of goals scored. Your cheeks are going red. I'm losing me rag, that's why. And it is hot in here at the same time. I'm getting really angry. I'm getting really angry. Oh, it's the entitlement, man. Oh, fucking hell. People, it's so like you talk reaction. I don't think that there are many other fan bases as reactionary as Chelsea fans. I really don't. Mateta! Oh, Jesus Christ. It was always going wide. But it was only right at the end. What a chance. Fuck me, I thought that was in. Jesus. Rufus is getting bad at halftime. I do not hit my dog. Corner ball for Crystal Palace. Their first of the game. 10 minutes to go. Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0. It is. It's been an eventful first half. It has been an eventful first half, I would argue. Enzo Fernandez is marking Jean-Philippe Mateta. An absolute mismatch, if there ever was one. Someone who's built like an absolute brick shithouse versus a tiny little Argentinian. It's come out. Sarr. Crossed in. Good save by Sanchez. Jimmy Floyd was great. Yeah, of course. I didn't even remotely suggest that Hasselbank wasn't in that. I did categorically, I did say anyone after Costa has been shit. Crossed in, punched away by Sanchez. Giroud, yeah. Oh, what a chance! Cleared away. Sancho with the nutmeg. We look really dicey in defence, but we do deal with it at the same time. Palace certainly looking a little bit more threatening from time to time over the last 5 minutes or so. Palmed away by Sanchez really well. It's going to be a Chelsea throw-in on the halfway line. Palmer out wide. Neto. Crossed in. It's not great. I would never really, like, Giroud's just that player. Almost 100 likes on the stream, by the way. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Giroud's one of those players where I look back fondly, so very fondly, you know. It just felt like such a lone phase, didn't it? I don't know how to describe it. Jackson's through here. He's in. Oh, he's put it wide. Fuck's sake. I need to see this again. Oh my God, what a chance, man. Oh, it's a good effort. Tammy, yeah. Didn't work out though, did it? Palace with the attack now. Crossed in. Eze. I do stand by that point that Tammy, I would never have sold Tammy, personally. It's hard to think back to that time of like, he was once so good to then just suddenly sold. We obviously spent money on like prolific, I say prolific, but like high. Oh, what a save by Sanchez! What the hell was that? Ball comes in. What a save! That is an outrageous save by Sanchez. Pato, yeah. 60 million cash in, but yeah. Oh, that Lukaku's got to go down as the worst ever, surely. We've had some others, stinkers. Mutu's pretty... what's the words? Infamous. I really liked him as a kid. Didn't have him for long. It's like him, Kesman. Pato obviously came as a loan, barely did anything. I think Eto's got to go down as one of them, like the more underrated signings that we had. Falcao was shite. Higuain. It's so weird to even remember that Higuain was even a fucking player for us. Solomon Kalu's one of the more underrated that we have. But I'm saying, like, Eto wasn't with us for very long. Kalu was with us for fucking years. Like, he is arguably one of our best attacking players we've ever had. He's just a bit of an unsung hero, you know, I find. Sterling. People always say that we ruined Torres and everything, but he was quite literally shite. When we signed him, he was already shite for Liverpool. Like that season we got him, that first few months, because we got him in January, didn't we? He was shit then, and he just continued to be shite. Free kick for Crystal Palace on the edge of the D. It's going to be Eze. We've seen him score from distance against us already this season. He hits the wall this time, booted away with 3.5 minutes to play of regular time. And the counter-attack could be on here. Pedro Neto down the right-hand side brings it back into our own half. Gusto, Caicedo, lovely play. Gets away from his man. Lovely switch of play. And the counter is well and truly on here now. Cucurella down the left-hand side. Sancho plays it again to Cucurella, gets the cross off. Cleared away back to Cucurella. And the cross, not great. Comes out to Caicedo with the shots. Drags it wide. Fuck me, what a goal that would have been. Zappacosta. Again, Anelka was at Chelsea for a while, no? How long was he at the club? Was it like... one of the longer. I think it was actually the longest. Yeah. He was at Chelsea longer than any club. Isn't that mental? Nicolas Anelka. Seemed like he was at Bolton for fucking ages. It was only 53 games. Crazy, isn't it? And he won it. Pretty much won it all. Anelka played everywhere, literally everywhere. The fact he was playing for Arsenal in 97 to 99 and then played for us 10 years later and arguably the absolute performances of his life were at Chelsea. Palmer with the shot over the bar. Missed his penalty against United though, and Moscow though. Never forget that. Please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. As Jackson paces down the left-hand side. Doesn't quite win the ball, though. Cucurella, fantastic header back to Sanchez, who will run the clock down for the final minute of regular time. I don't think there'll be much more than 2 minutes, honestly. Henderson plays it forward. Mateta with a header. Cucurella will challenge and does. Wins it too. Sancho brings it down. Finds Caicedo. Oh, a cheeky, sneaky little goal right on half time would be fantastic. 1 minute of additional time. Chelsea will probably look to run down the clock as Achimpong plays it to Levi Colwill. Cucurella is in space. One chance. Really not much in the way of a counter-attack, opportunity for them if we just go for it. But it's one of those games where I definitely saw a lot of people complaining that we didn't make a substitution at half-time against Ipswich. I think people would have made a substitution against Fulham at half-time. Just to shore up that scoreline. Everton as well, you probably would have made a substitute at half-time, and Maresca's been under fire because of his lack of his lack of want or desire to make substitutions at half-time. Or for that matter, any time before half-time, not before half-time, before the 60th, 70th minute. It always seems to be really, really late on in the game that we make our first substitution. So half-time, I think in 5 years before. No, we got him from Bolton. You'd argue the best signing we've ever got from Bolton, but then you think Gary Cahill, and it doesn't really get much better than that. Sturridge. But Gary Cahill's got to be number one, Won absolutely everything. Absolutely everything that you could think of. Gone from, if I'm not mistaken, he was on the brink of relegation with Bolton. Got him. Won the Champions League in his first season. And then won it all after that, So it was quite the career for him. I find Gary Cahill to be massively, massively underrated for his time at Chelsea. Especially a lot of the new age fans that wouldn't have necessarily remembered watching him play. It seems crazy to me that he doesn't get the plaudits he deserves. But either way, it's neither here nor there. Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0 at half time, and I obviously would like to believe that we can hold on, that this could be another sort of regular win against Crystal Palace. Something that we seemingly do regularly is get results against Crystal Palace. with the slight blip earlier on this season, getting a draw there. But so far from what we've seen, there is definitely a chance there for Palace to score. They've without a shadow of a doubt, had chances. How are the stats looking? Should we have a look at the stats? I'll get the line up on the screen, but I will. I'll get the stats up on the screen as well. It's one of those games, isn't it? Looking back at the last couple of games, it is absolutely possible that is it this one? It is this one. It is absolutely possible that Palace can still get back into this game, you know? Hang on. There we go. We need to have a serious conversation about Sanchez, man. What kind of stuff does he have on Maresca to be starting most weeks? I think, am I wrong? I think Sanchez has been one of our best players. Like, some of the saves he's made today is crazy. I think he's made some really good saves today. I could be wrong. 6.7. Has he had a shocker today? Have I been blind to what's going on? I feel like he's been pretty good. Achimpong was brilliant. He's been decent. He hasn't been like best player, but then he has been man of the match like most games the last 5 games or so. Carl Will, sort of so-so, you know, decent, all right. These ratings are a bit harsh. I think Jackson's probably 6.5. I think 8.1 for Palmer's like pretty fucking high. Apart from the goal, hasn't really done much, and he missed a sitter. To be completely honest with you, if it was down to me to make that call, Sancho as well, 7.5. Yeah, I don't know, but again, back to the stats and. Total shots, 9, 1 on target. Just 1 on target. And it was as easy a chance to put in the back of the net that you'll see, really. Jackson there had a really good chance. Really, really good chance outside of the boot. I think a lot of people will be a little bit critical of Jackson, that he should have scored in that position. It was a fantastic chance, don't get me wrong. And I'm sure there are strikers that probably would have scored in that situation. But, you know, are people going to jump on Jackson there to say that he should have scored there? Probably. But it is what it is. You know, 9 shots and 1 on target at the same time, though, is pretty fucking bad. Can we see who's shot? We can. So the shots today, we've had Achimpong, back post, arguably, although he's had a fantastic game so far, I would argue, should have at least got it on target at the back post. Completely unmarked, completely unchallenged. Maybe the pressure got to him in that situation. He wasn't expecting the ball to come to him, but I would suggest that he won't find a better chance to score on his debut than he did, you know, in that situation. We had the Jackson chance that went wide there. We've had Sancho over the bar. We've had Neto, that one went wide. We've had Jackson. I think that was the one that was outside of the boot. We had Jackson there. We had Caicedo. That was a good chance. That was a really good chance. And then I think Palmer from distance as well, always going over the bar. But a lot of people will look at that and think negatively. I also would look at that and think that there are seasons that have gone by where, you know, we just wouldn't be shooting in the first place. It's good that Sancho's had at least one shot, you know. I've been on Sancho's back over the last, this season, really, stressing that he needs to shoot more often. Total shots, 1, assists, 1, 0 goals. for a 7.5. But 90% accuracy in his passing, chances created 1. I don't know. I see a lot of people always ask me, how happy am I with Sancho so far? And it is like for 25 million or whatever it is to sign him on a permanent. I think it's an absolute bargain. I think once we come to sell him again, maybe one day, only 20. I can't stress this enough that Sancho has been around for what seems like fucking ages. And yet he is only 24 years of age. And you would argue we could get him back to his prime. And if we decide to sell him, it will only be an enormous profit, which I couldn't give a fuck about, to be completely honest with you. But the point still stands. Getting Jaden Sancho on for 25 million is fucking ridiculous. An absolute steal. Even at his worst, getting him for 25 million probably would have been a steal. You know? I can imagine many Man United fans are looking at that thinking, why the fuck? Well, no. I don't know. There was so much propaganda. There was so much negative sort of like PR to do with Sancho at Manchester United, that he's just come here, he's done what he's supposed to do. Again, entitlement-wise, where the entitlement comes from, I don't know, but people expect better out of Sancho. I think he's been one of our better players this season, to be completely honest with you. Yes, he could shoot more. I think that's one of my only serious gripes. I really do get frustrated at the lack of shots that Jaden Sancho pulls off, because we saw against teams like Tottenham just how good he can be in front of goal, from outside the box even. Which you could argue is something that we do struggle with over the last couple of seasons or so, is people that can shoot from outside of the box. And Sancho, again, has proven that he can do just that. It was a fantastic goal against Tottenham. And in a game where, you know, we were already 2-0 down as well, the pressure, all that sort of stuff. If he could do it in that kind of game, he can absolutely do it in any kind of game. So I think he's had a good game today. I'd like to see him shoot more in this game. Like I say, more again would be fantastic. I feel like we are going to have to rely on Palmer to pull a rabbit out of the hat once again, just to make it 2-0. Does anyone see Jackson scoring in this game? I think he's had chances, that's for sure. If the chances keep coming, I think he will get a goal. And I think more often than not, you'll see a lot of people say, like, oh, the pressure's off him because he's managed to score a goal. But chances are, if he scores today, it's going to be a good one. I do think it'll be a good goal. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, a goal's a goal. That's what you want from a striker. Is even if it's a tap-in, it's a goal. And that's what you want. It's what we struggled with, is someone who can score a goal in any sort of capacity. And if he can get it, I'll enjoy seeing it shut a lot of people fucking all the way up, you know? I think Enzo's been decent. I think Caicedo's been all right. Defensively, I think we've been a little bit shaky. And I think we just need to shore up our lines a little bit more. People criticising Sanchez's performance. I think he's made some really fucking good saves, to be completely honest with you. And there's not really been a point in this game, as there usually or typically is, where you're like, fucking, what are you doing, Sanchez? This is the kind of game where, again, he's actually put in a decent performance, I think. Cucurella, Gusto. I've seen a lot of people criticising him, but he's obviously not the player that he was last season. Might we see Reece James today? Let me know in the comments. But again, Achimpong, he seems like he is absolutely made for this. I was asking at the beginning of the game whether or not it would be quite a big ask for him to come straight in as a centre-back and play well in a game where arguably you would say we need to win. We need a result. We need to get some points on the board in a point in the season where we are starting to drop points more often than not, and unnecessarily so as well, you know. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure for a player that it's his debut, you know. And so far, I mean, imagine he scored that goal at the back post. My God, what a fucking impact that would be if he'd had got one. But again, you can't really criticise for that sort of thing. It's the chances will come once again. I can't expect him to do a bit of a Trevor Chalobah and score from distance. Obviously, great that he's not playing today. I feel, oh God, if Chalobah was playing today, I really think that there would have been issues. I really think Palace would have won. If Chalobah started today, I genuinely think Palace might have won, you know. So I'm only grateful that that's not happened. I would imagine. Do you think he'll be in the dressing room telling them, you know, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that? I mean, only time will tell. If they come out absolutely a different team, then you would imagine that Chalobah's had words at half time. But I'm comfortable. I think the way we're playing at the moment, it's possible that we can get to the end with all 3 points. And I just think defensively, I think we've shown enough so far that we can sort of withstand, because my God, they've had some really, really good chances and we've managed to steer clear. But the more chances they get, the trickier it's going to get to keep them at bay. You know, the more tired we get. I think that's one of the issues that we showcase where we let it slip, is that we're tired by the time that it actually gets to it. They've whittled us down. They've you know, managed to finally get that chance, and it's all it takes. That fucking Disassi mistake against Ipswich is the kind of shit that we don't need in games like this. And I do think that there's it's a good group of players on the pitch today that I don't want to tempt fate. So you know what I'm trying to say, but I'm happy with the performance so far. No doubt, I would like to think that Maresca wants at least another goal. The players are coming out, so I don't expect there to be any halftime substitutions. It would be very rare for us to make a substitution at halftime, especially when we're 1-0 up. Achimpong just getting some ball work there. But the players are out. They're ready to go. Get yourselves ready. Second half is about to commence. Is it Chelsea to kick off? Chalobah will return. He's only on loan, yeah. And it's not an option to buy either, I don't think. We're standing at the bar with Trevor Chalobah. And it's Palace to kick off for the second half. If you are just tuning in, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. We'll be live with a match review after this game, after the full-time whistle, where we will go through the game and the events that have taken place. As of right now, it will be a good one, but 45 minutes still to play. It could still go tits up as Palace are on the attack. An early goal from them would only spark concerns that Palace might come on for the win, but it's a great save by Sanchez. Colwill absolutely caught out of possession there. Not for the first time this season, it's got to be said. I would be lying if I thought, or I said rather, that I am confident with Colwill in our defence. I know that might go, or what do you call it? Piss a lot of people off. And they'll be like, well, he's got captain's mentality, which he does. I do think Colwill will be captain for Chelsea one day. Just think he needs to work on a lot. And, you know, in comparison, Jackson, who is a striker, obviously has a lot less worries and a lot more sort of like chances to it. The limelight, the spotlight isn't just completely on him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas when you're a young defender, it's so much more apparent when your qualities aren't completely there. Colwill is a really good defender, don't get me wrong, but there are more often times than not, I just get so shaky with him in defence. And I just think, what are you doing? You know? But again, time will tell with him. Gusto finds Cole Palmer. Fucking terrible pass. And it's going to be a free kick to Crystal Palace on the edge of their box. Where did Chilwell go? He hasn't gone anywhere. He has not gone anywhere at all. Palace just playing around the back. And an attack is on. Caicedo lets his man go. Cucurella doesn't do well. And it's a great chance. Eze brings it wide, but it's an open goal. And Crystal Palace, I can't stress this enough, have not had anything close to as good a chance as what they've just had there. It is absolutely gaping. Absolutely gaping for Eze to put that in the back of the net. And I think it's Malo Gusto. It's not. Gusto was the nearest man to it, but I was going to say Malo Gusto does enough to just put Eze off his concentration. It's just an absolute shocker. A stinker of a shot from Eze, and we are absolutely lucky beyond any imagination to still be 1-0 up. It should be 1-1. A fantastic chance there. And if they can, you know, carry on playing the way they're playing, there's no way we're going to avoid conceding. Because that just seemed like a nailed-on goal there. Palace with all the ball so far. Really good attack. Good shot. Deflected. Sanchez with another brilliant save. Played out really stupid there. I don't know if Gusto's to blame there or if it's Sanchez, but Palace are back in. And we got really lucky there. I think Gusto just wasn't reading or picking up what Sanchez was putting down. But my God, what a fucking error that was. So avoidable. And so nearly made to pay. Acheampong plays it forward. Mitchell. Doucouré. 2 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 Saar. Caicedo looks to challenge. Doesn't quite win it. Palmer in pursuit. Jackson 2. Cleared away by Henderson. Mateta with the first time touch. Headed down by Sancho. Caicedo brought down. That's a booking, ref. That's a fucking booking. That is a booking, ref. That's a booking. That's a booking. He's fucking blocked him taking the free kick. Unbelievable. The rules just change every fucking week. Gusto's managed to keep that in somehow. It did look like it went out. Caicedo, Cole, Palmer. Sancho, Palmer's pass, just not got enough on it. Gusto again. Decent cross. It's gone all the way through. He might score after all. Commentator saying that the ball went out. I doubt they'll be able to go all the way back to that now. If we score now, that's like 2 minutes ago. But then they did go back to that offside after a minute and a half. Colwell. Kukurea. Terrible pass by Achimpong. Absolutely no one there. Mitchell. Long ball down the left-hand side. Finds Mateta. Crosses it in. Play at the back post. Sancho's there, though. Defending deep. Just nearly 10 minutes played. Chelsea chasing the game a little bit, I would say. It's all Palace so far in this first half. In this second half, sorry. Corner ball to Palace. Corner taken short. Not defended well. And now, with a chance, Gusto has absolutely fucking wasted it! What a waste! What a chance to counter there, and he's absolutely fucked it up the wall. Yeah, you're right. We do need a goal soon. How is that a free kick to them? Never a foul. Absolutely never a foul. But it's a free kick to Palace in a good position. Edge of the on the throw-in line, but on the edge of the box, if that makes any sense. What? And it comes. And in! Tipped over the bar by Sanchez. Absolutely fantastic save. His shot-stopping ability has really, really risen this season. Really, honestly, a brilliant save from Robert Sanchez there. Tips it over for a corner ball. Corner taken, back post. Sanchez collects again. Make the right pass. He has done. The counter's on. Chelsea could be in here. It's Gusto on the ball. You don't want him. Play in Jackson! The fucking pass was on, you stupid cunts! What are you doing? Oh, he's fucked it again! My God, Jackson was through! Unbelievable. Gusto's getting on my tits. Gusto's getting on my fucking tits. Jackson was through on goal. If he just made the pass, he could absolutely see him. Still sure about Jackson? What are you blaming Jackson for that? What are you talking about? And I've seen you deleted your message, Joe. Blaming Jackson for that is Gusto. How did he not see the pass? Unbelievable. Cole Palmer. Kukurea. Caicedo. Achimpong. Have a fucking shot. Oh, he's absolutely fucked it. He's got away with one there, Achimpong. Palmer. Gusto. Yeah, sure you did. Sure. I cannot believe Gusto didn't see that pass there. I'm not criticizing Palmer, but he's built up such a reputation for being this like outrageous player. And I know he scored today, but it was like by Palmer's standard, if he didn't score then you would be asking questions. What the fuck sort of impact can he make? He used to be such an impact on this team. You don't really see much of him at the moment. Bring on James. Why? I mean, Gusto's playing shit, but James is just going to get injured straight away. I will say, and let me know your thoughts in the comments or in the chat. James gets injured again. What then? Ball played in, great chance. James gets injured again. What's your, let me know your thoughts. Because it's long. It's very long. It is very, very long. You know. We look better with James. What are you talking about? We never play with James. Joe, what are you talking about? We haven't consistently played with James for fucking ages. It's been so long. Like, I appreciate what you're saying, like, may have stood like a few seasons ago, but to say we look better with James is just categorically not true. Because we haven't seen it for fucking ages. We've played this entire season without him. And we've looked better than we have done in the last 2 years. And this whole comparison to Pochettino's last 18 to, Chelsea's first 18 or whatever it was, it's just shite. We can't bring Chalobah back. It's not in his clause. You can't take him back. Didn't he start the season under red card suspension? He does, yeah. Yeah, Joe's on thin ice. Joe's losing his moderator status if he carries on the way he's going. You'll be given a 3-match ban if you carry on. You won't lose it permanently, but you'll be given a 3-match ban. Getting a red card. I'm going to start issuing yellows and reds to moderators these days. I've had enough. The standard of moderating on this channel is fucking it's absolutely abysmal. It's abysmal. You've all become a bit too a bit too comfortable at the moment, and I might have to start switching it about, to be completely honest with you. It's 2025. It's 2025. Joe! I think the 2025 list might have to be introduced. Reese, you're absolutely right. Saar could be through. You just made the list! Jackson with a great turn. Play it! Play it! Palmer! And again, Pedro Neto. He could be offside here. I think he might be. He's not. Jackson. Ref! What are you talking about? If he got the ball there, I'll be very surprised. Pedro Neto's been absolutely sideswiped on the box, on the edge of the box. We should have a penalty. We should absolutely have a penalty. All day. They're checking it. VAR has confirmed it is not a penalty. Let me show. I want to see this. Did that look like he got all the ball there? I'm going to need to see a better angle. Oh, that's bad from Colwill. Colwill's off. Colwill's off. This fucking guy, man. Colwill's, honestly, if he doesn't get sent off here, I'll be shocked. If Levi stays on the pitch here, I'll be fucking shocked. What? What? How is that not a red card? I'm glad he didn't get sent off, but how the fuck have we got away with that? It's because they didn't give the penalty. Neto could be in here, and a great chance. We'll take it. That's a red card every fucking day of the week. And if that happened to one of our players, that's a red. What? I don't understand. So everyone is saying on Twitter, by the way, that he did not get the ball and that it was a blatant. I didn't want to just overreact like I, typically do. That looked as much a penalty as the Delap one. I'm sorry. I mean, you could argue that, Phoebe, but I feel like I've seen plenty where people are going for the ball and they completely misjudge it. And it's given as a red. I'll take it either way, though. I just think me overreacting, never, no. I'm always a cool, calm, collected individual, Oh, Gusto with a fucking shocking header back. Sanchez does well to collect. Neto down the right-hand sides. Can he do it? Play inside. Plays it back. Gusto. Play it! Fucking hell. Kukurea. Caicedo. Achimpong. Does look really good so far. Got to be said. It's had a couple of one, maybe two iffy incidents. Oh, it's not a foul! He's just been dispossessed, for fuck's sake. The pressure got to him. The amount of times that sort of shit happens where a player, they're swiveling and they're like, shit, I can't get the ball away, and then they just fall to the ground. There's no foul there. Does my fucking head in. We're not making subs just yet. We are one like away from 150. If we could, there are nearly 300 of you watching at the moment on YouTube. If you could smash the like button, try and get us to 200 at least. That would be absolutely fantastic. Please keep subscribing. If you haven't done so already, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. Oh, it's Eze. Good challenge by Gusto. We are now under 50 subscribers away from 10.5K on the channel. I'm dying for a piss. Why are messages blocked? I haven't blocked any messages. Cleared away. I'm going to have to go for a wee. I'm going to piss myself. We need a break in play or something. You're probably trying to message too quickly. There's slow chat. 20 seconds or 10 seconds or something because it's not live. I don't want people spoiling or spamming. Palmer. Fernandez! Just wide. I'm running to the toilet. My God. I'm going to piss myself. Oh. Just not true, though, is it, GGV? At all. Good bait, but it's just not even remotely true. Jackson missed a chance. Did he miss it? Did he actually make a Oh no, all the fucking chat. I see a lot of people saying Jackson off. What did he do? Oh my God, he has. On Twitter, people are saying it as well. You're not lying. Oh no. Oh, Palace with a chance. It's Mateta over the bar. Brilliant. Carwell. Good tackle. Corner ball. 18 minutes to play. Just under regular time. Corner comes in from Palace. Calls for a penalty. And Neto has it. Counter-attack is on. Oh, it's a lovely ball over the top. Jackson could be in here. Good defending. Great chest control there by Jackson. Corner ball. Corner ball. I don't know. Target, I've been asking this question for fucking weeks, mate. Why Sancho won't shoot is beyond me. Yeah, I think I can only remember him having really one decent shot this whole season, or like where he's properly gone for it and he scored a beauty. The goal against Tottenham is one of the only times I can remember him properly going for goal, and he nailed it. Mark Guiu is going to come. Mark Guiu? Here's Enzo Fernandez. Palmer can't quite get to it. Jackson neither. I'm not like slagging Guiu off there, but I'm like, fucking, of all the subs, of all the substitutions to make. Mark Gooey. We are 30 likes away from 200. Please do like the stream if you haven't done so already. Let's try and get to 200 likes as soon as possible. Guiu needs a chance. He does need a chance. I just feel... Well, no, bollocks. You're right. It is. You're absolutely right. I'm wrong. I am wrong. He needs a chance. If he can come on and score... The confidence, the wonders that will do for that kid is unbelievable. Scored a hat-trick not long ago in the Conference League. We need a goal. Why not give him a chance, you know? Team needs an ends clock. We do. And Nkunku has been nothing short of absolute fucking poo. Oh, it's a really hard collision there. Guiu has hunger. He does. He does. Uwaisi is scared that we're going to draw. Ooh, easy. It's his birthday too. It is. You're right. I saw that today. It's Giyu time, baby. It's Giyu time, baby. Just under 15 minutes to go. Can we do it? It would be funny, wouldn't it? Palace. Strange team they are, aren't they? But you'd argue we've just hit a blip. That's all it is. I mean, we don't look fantastic. We really don't look like the team we were in the first 10, 15 games. How many games have we played now? The last few games have been nothing short of like the usual shit of like the last few years. 20 games. This is our 20th game. Jesus. First 15 games, we were unbelievable. Even with those losses to City and Liverpool. Nicely done by Jackson. Gets away from his man. Play it down the wing straight away. He does. Finds Gusto inside. Neto all the way. Deflected and out for a corner ball, I think. Might have even gone for a throw. If we could make the substitution, I mean, sometime today would be good, you know? Unless I've missed something, if we could make the substitution on the 4th of January, within the next 12 minutes, that would be pretty fucking nice, you know? What is this geezer's fucking problem with not making substitutions? I don't get it. Palace just playing about with it. 11 minutes to go. Caicedo dispossessed. That's a jumping challenge there. Cucurella with 1-2. It's all over the shop. And Cucurella dispossessed unnecessarily there. Might be Enzo Fernandez here, who's in trouble. Barely anything in that at all. Do we look like conceding? Not really right now. Not right now, but give it 10 minutes or so. It'll be in the dying minutes. It will be all Palace. Literally all Palace. 175 likes on the stream. If you haven't liked already, please do like the stream. We are 25 likes away from 200 on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the bell notification. Jackson is coming off, looking rather frustrated, and Mark Giyu is coming on. What sort of impact he will make? He's got his collar up, so I'm going to join him. You know, solidarity. I'm gonna go with the gooey. The gooey effect is what we're going to call it. If he scores, every time I wear this shirt, the collar will be up. Instant impact from Giyu with a really good bit of pressure there for a throw in. And Nketiah is going to come on, former Chelsea player. City, wherever you may be, we are the famous CFC, and we don't give a fuck. Eze is through, and they have scored a goal. 1-1. Fucking kill me now. Oh, give me strength. There's calls of a handball. I'm putting this shit down. We've been made to pay again. We need second goals. We can't sit on 1-0 leads. It's just a fact of, you know, it's just the way it is. There's no other way to call it. We are so bad at sitting on 1-0 leads, and we are always made to pay. They're looking at VAR. We're not looking at VAR. I don't think we've looked at VAR this whole time. It's been given. Well, the way to determine whether or not a decision is going to be given against Chelsea is if they don't show the VAR on the screen, chances are it's going to be confirmed as a decision against Chelsea Football Club. That's what I've come to learn. And then they'll show you it a little bit later and be like, well, this is it. And it's like, well, is it really? I don't know. I don't know. But it's been given. That's a foul. It's been given, but we haven't seen the handball. Free kick to Chelsea in a decent position here. Oh, fucking kill me. We are so poo at the moment. What is going on? Come on, man. Pull yourself together. It's Palmer. Fuck! Absolute shit! Again! Like, he just basically just passed it to their front man. There was no intensity in that fucking cross. Oh, it's all going wrong again! Achimpong, Palmer. Gio in pursuit. 5 minutes of regular time. Listen, there's time. There's time. But Lord knows. Lord knows. Of the teams to actually take the chances. There's a decent shot from Enzo Fernandez. Of the two teams, I'm going to do a poll. Madueke on for Sancho. We've got a poll in the chat. Who is more likely to score, Palace or Chelsea? Fucking Nketiah's coming on. You know he's going to score. You fucking know he's going to score. You know he's going to score. There you go. 71% saying that Palace are more likely to score. Oh, it's a tense last few minutes. It's a tense last few minutes, boys and girls. But Mark Guiu's on the ball. Guiu's gonna save us. Guiu's gonna save us. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Lovely play by Enzo Fernandez. Can he get it? Get up, you tart! Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Enzo's already booked. I'm fairly sure Enzo's already booked, is he not? He is booked. He is already booked. It's a late challenge. But there's nothing in that at all. Oh, 2.5 minutes to go. And we've pissed it up the wall again. Become complacent. Capitulation, capitulation, capitulation. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed today. We're getting closer to 10.5k. If you haven't liked the stream already today, please do. Try and get to at least 200 likes. Subscribe if you haven't done so already and hit the bell notification. Caicedo losing the ball unnecessarily there. Well, if I wasn't going to drink tonight, I definitely am now. I'll tell you that much. Neto up against his man. He may well be through here. Gusto wins it back. Chelsea throw. Come on, quickly! Come on! Four minutes of additional time is going to be given. Achimpong. Gusto. Come on, boys, please. Such blind wishing. Nicely done by Neto. Finds Cole Palmer. It's Caicedo again. Fuck. Madueke does well. Wins the corner ball. Well done, Noni. Come on. Remember, I will be going live at the full-time whistle for a match review on this channel, so keep an eye out for that. We'll dive into the ins and outs of the game. Caicedo's been fouled there. It has been given now. It's a fucking foul. 4 minutes of additional time. Free kick for Chelsea in a good position. I mean, you say it's god-awful defence, but apart from Cucurella is the one that was marking Mateta for the goal, so... Palmer needs to wake up a bit, I think. Palmer with the cross. In it comes. Cleared away. A minute of the 4 gone already. Enzo all the way back to Sanchez. Enzo. Gusto, come on, man, please. We need Gallagher right now. We need Conor Gallagher. Please. I know, Carl. I know. Why are we... the substitutions are so bad. And now Palace are on the attack. Counter time. If they fucking win this... I'm not saying it. Because it's not even time yet. It's ridiculously early. But things need to change. The lack of substitutions from Maresca is doing my fucking head in. And I will argue that I was saying this about Maresca months ago, months ago, about Maresca, is that he needs to make more substitutions, earlier substitutions. Even when we were winning back-to-back games, he still needs to make more substitutions. We're going to fucking concede at this rate. We really are. Shot from distance. One last chance, you'd argue. Gusto on the ball. Dropping points once again for the 4th game in a row. 2 points in the last 4 fucking games. There's a drop in form and then there's absolutely shit in the bed. Maresca has absolutely defecated all over West London. He's fucked it. Obviously, we weren't in any sort of Premier League title race. But Maresca, mate, you've bottled it beyond belief. Not the title race, but you've absolutely shat yourself. You've been found out. We have been found out, I would argue. We have been absolutely found out. Everton game found out. Fulham found out. Ipswich found out. Palace found out. And that'll be it. Fucking hell. Fucking shite. Absolute shite. Oh my God, man. When will it end? Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What's going on? Like I say, I am not one of these fans who have like blindly just been like, well, yeah, we're challenging or you know, like fucking expecting miracles from Maresca. But you've proven that you have a blueprint that works. And now all of a sudden it just seems like we're back to the same old shit Chelsea. It's not really adding up. I don't really get it. Other than the fact that, of course, Maresca, I do believe, has been found out. I think it's very early to be found out, but I think he has been found out. Thank you very much for watching. I will be live in 10 minutes' time for the match review. We've got Morecambe next in any competition. But we do, I think, who have we got next? Hang on. Let me check before you say goodbye. Please like the stream, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. I'm trying to find the matches. Fixtures. We've got Bournemouth next at home on the 14th of January. Obviously, we got a bit of a break between now and then. What is it? The 4th today. We've got a game on Saturday against Morecambe in the FA Cup, and then a game on Tuesday after that. A game on Monday the following week, and so on against Wolves, and then Man City on the 25th of January. So keep your eyes peeled for all things content related. It's another dropping of points. 2 points in our last 4 games. 3, 6, 9, 12. 2 points out of a possible 12. It's not looking good. it's not looking good. We have bottled it, well, not bottled the league by any stretch of the imagination, but we've bottled the progression that we were on very, very rapidly, it would seem. Very out of thin air. It was all going nice. It was all cushy. It was all tickety-poo. But now it's tickety-fucking-poo. Please do like the stream, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. I'll be live in 10 minutes' time on this channel for the match review. Player ratings out tomorrow. And then next week, I will be doing some live streams throughout the week. So until then, see you later.